Hello, chat. We are back with a new Titan Talk featuring Rockey.
Hello.
And myself. Handyman feeling a little under the weather today, so it's just the two of us here to talk about all things Smite 2.
All things.
How you doing? You having a good Friday?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
It was a fun playtest.
It was a fun playtest. There's
Surprisingly more balanced than I thought it was going to be.
Considering the amount of new stuff going on in the playtest, it was
Yeah.
it went pretty well, I would say. Also, you are a very good Chiron.
Dude, Kaiwan, he seems OP right now.
Well,
but I'm not a balancer.
You-
So I just go with whatever the Smite builds tell me to go.
You've heard it here first, chat. Chiron may be OP. So, we'll see what the data says. It is Friday. We don't have a ton planned. Quick kind of update for what we got going on right now. So we have live in-game now. We have the Valentine's event.
Ooh.
So you can get double worshippers all week long. And we're actually going to run that till Tuesday morning. Or all weekend long, not all week. All weekend long. We're going to run until Tuesday morning. Normally we have events on Mondays, but we figured,
Give them
hey,
the extra day.
we'll
Celebrate
give you the
love.
extra day. And, we don't want you to feel like you can't go out and have a good Valentine's Day with your significant other, if you got one.
It's like I can't go out on a date with you right now. I got Smite to play.
Dude, these worshippers aren't going to grind themselves, honey. So we do have that running all weekend long. Feel free to log in and check that out. We are also running the Play More Games solo to get the Forever Alone badge,
Yeah.
and Play More Games in a party to get the Always Mine badge. If our data suggests that there is a tie, I believe you'll actually get both. But
That's gonna be tough to do.
it's going to be very tough to do. So just play some games and have some fun. We also have the Naja aspect. that just went
Yes,
live.
remembered to do that.
Yes.
A little bit later than normal, but we
Yeah,
remembered.
we remembered.
we turned it on.
I don't know if chat has been bonking so far today, but you can now go and bonk away to your heart's content.
As you should.
Yeah.
Always be bonking.
Base Neja, I think we're seeing is maybe a tiny bit underpowered.
Yeah, he's a character that flip flops, I think, a lot, depending on who's playing him.
I'm curious to see how the aspect will do. I think the aspect might be pretty good. So
Yeah. All I know is there's just a bunch of rings that fly at me every time I play against him. I'm like, I don't understand.
yeah. And then last thing I was just gonna say, kind of as a matter of order, I think we're not going to do a show on Monday. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. Monday is a holiday for a lot of people. It's not a holiday for us in the office, but
What's Monday again?
It's President's Day,
Oh.
and I think it's like Family Day in Canada or something. Canada has its own holiday.
Ooh. That's good.
So I think there's just a lot of people are going to be out this weekend, and I'm not sure how many people will be around to even watch on Monday. And Handyman's not here on Mondays anyway, so trying to throw together a show with smaller people, fewer people in house seems like maybe a stretch. But we'll be back on Wednesday for sure to run through all of the new stuff coming in the new update. So, the Titan Talk holiday. In Portugal, it's Carnival. See, it's just all of these holidays.
Every day has a holiday.
Yeah.
I learned that very well working with the Brighton crew.
Yeah.
It's like,
dude, they get so many
They had
holidays in the
so
UK.
many bank
Oh, dude.
holidays. I'm like, man, do these banks even open over there?
It was just like, it always made me a little bit jealous.
Oh, I was so jealous. I was like,
Yeah.
I want a bank holiday.
Yeah,
My
but-
bank doesn't do anything
No,
for me.
no. My bank is like, you want your money? No.
No.
No. That's our money. I was talking with Blake. I don't know if you've seen this now, but some financial services companies, I'm not going to say they're the most scrupulous ones, are now providing an option to tip them. So like if you used like an app to cash your check or whatever, they can be like, do you want to tip us for cashing your check?
Doing our job.
And Blake said apparently some bank was asking when you paid your mortgage if you wanted to tip them for paying your mortgage. It's like, no, you're already making money off of my mortgage. Why do I want to tip you because
Dude.
you accepted the payment on my mortgage? Anyway,
Tipping culture in the U.S. has gone
wild.
wild.
Anyway.
You go to Europe and it's like, never tip us ever.
Yeah. Anyway, very very weird new tipping things that have arisen recently. I also saw something. I don't know if this is true or not, so I don't want to spread false news.
Yeah.
But I saw something about like how if you tip below a certain like amount on like Uber Eats or DoorDash, that it doesn't actually end up like going directly to the driver, and it like pays some of the base charge that they would have gotten paid. So it's not, they aren't getting it as like an addition to what they should be getting. But anyway,
Who knows?
Yeah, crazy. Start asking for tips if we release a god that people want. You joke.
Dude, we did have a joke in one of the playtests where we were like, We could have people just tip their legacy gems for fun. just tip of the hat.
Yeah, just like, thanks. Or we were also saying one time we could be like, if you want this god to be released, just start tipping.
We had a whole event concept.
Have we fixed the Nemesis skin? Yes, I believe a server build went live.
Yeah,
very shortly ago.
Yeah, what basically happened is we just had a corrupted server build. That happens every once in a while where someone misnamed something with like a capital, and the Linux servers, they love capitalization, and they hammer on it.
Brutal.
So we just had to re-kick the build. It should be live.
Can I put my Cash App after ranked games? Now that's a funny bit. Just like in the post-match lobby, be like, hey, if you want to send me a tip, just
It's like the URLs with like the Twitch streamers like name.
Yeah, that's good. Instead of the commendation system, replace it with a tipping system. Yeah, we could do something.
This is how we get in trouble with the FCC.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
I was also telling this to Blake. I don't know if you are you familiar with like this poly market and Kalshi like prediction market stuff?
No.
This has been this new thing that's risen where it's basically a legal way to gamble on stuff because
classic.
It's moderated like a commodities market, but it's the things that you're betting on are like is Roman Reigns going to win the WWE championship or like it's just like random stuff. But the greatest one, this is I just thought it was crazy that this is something that you can bet on, and you can bet on whether or not Jesus Christ will return this year.
Oh, nice.
And there is a 5% chance on the betting market that he will.
Oh.
Because there is a derivative market that asks, will the final on this be over or under 5%? So people are manipulating the first one to win the bets on the second one. It's just like our financial system all the way down. Anyway,
what a wow time. Yeah. Finances.
We should talk about SMITE stuff instead of me going off about random
You mean the community doesn't want to hear about our hot financial tips and tricks?
I have very few financial tips. So let's see. We have, like I said, we got Valentine's thing going this weekend. We got Nisha Aspect live. We'll be back on Wednesday looking at Morgan Le Fay and all the other fun stuff.
She's coming in hot. She looks good.
She does look good. Chuck has done a good job with the different
all the
sigil aspect or sigil stuff. And
it was that classic thing where we looked at the guy and we're like, this will be easy. And then we started to unpeel the onion and we're like, oh, there's a lot more effects in this than we realized.
Yeah. So I love Killgoon Variety Hours, honestly. Killgoon podcast can start. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. When is the art showcase? Oh, that's also a good reminder. Let me see if I push this button. Does this work? Submissions are due, I believe, today. Is today the 13th?
Ooh, today is the 13th.
Yeah, so if you want to get your last-minute submission in for the Divine Valentine's Art Contest, you can go to smiteprime.com and put in your submission. And then we'll be voting next week from the 14th to the 18th. I'm not going to be voting. The community's going to be voting. So if you want to vote, go vote.
Oh, okay.
And then we will show off the winners probably sometime next week. Or maybe.
I like looking at the community art. It's always cool.
Yeah, it's always fun to go through. And we'll try and get Ben on to go through it. So today by 11:59 p.m. EST, says Lord Kaios. Also says a lot of good submissions so far. People are submitting a lot of talented stuff.
You have talented people.
Yeah. So, yeah, and there's a typo. It shouldn't be 20,000 diamonds for second place. It should be 2,000.
I'm about to say, I'm like, oh.
I think Jithin's made this, so blame Jithins for the graphic. Yeah, I don't know. No, where is it? There it is. That's the right button.
Oh, I should mention, we do know about the issue with the Discordia Queen Oblivion skin on PS5.
Oh, the effects being...
Yeah, we're actively looking into it. It's specifically related to the PS5, so we just need a debug. But it just takes a while to do PS5 builds.
Yep.
So it's a slow process, but we are looking into it.
Is it probably another capitalization thing given Linux?
Dude, I wish it was that. No, this one seems to be deeper.
What is supposed to happen when two ulting Mordreds run into each other while inside of a wall?
One of them wins.
Okay, just.
Oh, actually, no. If they're both inside a wall, they can't.
They can't hit anything,
They can't hit each other. They're exempt. They have no collisions inside walls.
Can gods be released more often? I mean, anything is theoretically possible, but
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like with our current staffing level, and releasing a god every 2 weeks is extremely fast. We're also doing aspects. We're also doing other stuff, right?
Yeah, we would need to like triple the team to like be able to release like faster than we currently are with gods.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that this is a pretty solid pace. I think that there's always something new to log in and play with. So hopefully you're having fun. Apologies that it's not fast enough for you, but we do.
I mean, there's also reasons we don't release, like we try not to release multiple gods all at once. Is like it's more volatile for the game state to do that. We try to keep them in mini nukes as opposed to massive nuke.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that there's like, people like the idea of like, it would be cool if you dropped like 5 or 10 gods at once.
Yeah, it's
but
real
then
cool.
It's like, but then would it be cool if we don't release a god for the next several months?
Yeah,
right? Because that's.
Do you want them all in Abyss, or do you want them sprinkled?
Yeah. So I think it's more fun. We think it's more fun for a game like Smite, where people, if you were one of those kinds of games where people don't really play for very long, but they come back every few months and play for a day or two, right? Maybe that's more fun for like, hey, we're just going to drop a bunch of things at once. But for a game like Smite, where people tend to play for a long-term period, we think it's more fun to just have stuff regularly.
Yeah, you just want always to have content and something new to come back to.
Oh, they want me to be the lead designer on MedJet. They just want a killgoon design god. You don't actually want that. I'm not a designer.
Yeah. People say they want that, and you don't want to see what we would do.
Then they play it, and they're like, this is awful. Why did we think this was a good idea? Yeah.
Why does this person just kill me instantly?
Any news on the item store bugs? Tell me what the item store bugs are, and I can let you know. We believe that we fixed the not being able to click on things in the item store bug. We had a tentative fix for it that came out.
If you have more issues with being unable to click things, like the best thing to give us is videos or screenshots of it. Because usually it's like something overlaying some other UI element that becomes unclickable. But it's really hard to tell if we don't have like a video screenshot.
There's a weird thing going on with Ninja Ascension skins on Arena. It's causing weird black veins to show up on the map over time, and you end up playing through barbed wire. I think it might be his sash texture messing up. That's interesting. Can you say which Ascension skin you're using, and also, I guess it's happening in Assault too, so it's probably the skin and not Arena, and what platform you're playing on?
Yeah.
So it's probably tied to Onyx and Opal skins. Okay. I'm gonna make a note, and we can take a look at those on PC. All right.
We will make a note
and
of that.
PS5. Okay. Onyx, Opal.
All these consoles with their different rendering pipelines.
Dude.
Rendering, man. It's a tough thing, rendering.
Okay. I made a note. We'll take a look at it.
Someone had a bug where Malin and the Willix were set to coming soon. Okay. If you have a screenshot, let us know.
Sometimes your client will not get like the full list of gods that are available, and something like that can happen. But I haven't seen that specific exact thing.
Dude, Aeon Flyer wants us to bring back Denton. Dude, I've had so many pitches and playtests about how we could bring back Denton in random forms.
Okay.
I want it to be an emote. I wanted him to be one of the teleporter skins, like have him like be flying around on a little thing.
Yeah, Denton could be the shop owner. We could call it Denton's Discounts. That's a good
Denton store.
Yeah.
Denton's great. I love him. I wanted to put him in DKO at one point too. For one of our like weird like game modes, I wanted him to come flying in on a cloud and like Mario caught you back to the stage.
I like that. Will Siege, Clash, or Slash be coming back? Not anytime soon. So the problem with those maps is that they require a unique map, right? They need their own unique visual art set, and it takes quite a while to make a new a new environment art map. So right now it's basically like, what can we spend our resources on that will make the most impact for the game? Like we could work on one of those maps, which were always historically pretty unpopular, much less popular than the 4 modes that we have brought over, or we could put those resources into making the core modes better and more like what our vision is. Because I think, everybody knows Conquest is kind of a temp map. Everybody knows for sure that Assault is a temp map. Then Joust needed a lighting and texture overhaul to really get to where we wanted it to be. And, Arena also.
Yeah, I think we're starting to get to that point where, like, the main modes, like Conquest, Arena, Joust, are, like, they're starting to get to the artistic place I think we want them to be. And I think now we're starting to look at, like, what we would future do. But I think for sure we would rather give Assault a proper map than make a new game mode map at the moment.
Arena still looks bad. Well, good news. We're working on an Arena update, so don't worry.
Oh, it's coming.
You're going to like it, I hope, because I like it. Assault is just boring. I don't get the popularity. I think that the fun about Assault is that you don't really get to pick which god you're playing.
Yeah.
Right? So the randomness is kind of fun. And I think there's also the you have to just keep fighting until you die aspect of it.
I think it's very similar to Arena, but it's Arena with an objective to it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think people like about it.
The Vortex Daily is still in the game. Yeah, that's on our list. Sorry, working on it.
Yeah, I think we were planning to remove that one at some point. So if it's still in the game, I'll hit up our designer about it and see if we can figure out why it's still there. Ooh, do I prefer Taco Bell or McDonald's? I like Taco Bell.
I like Taco Bell too.
Taco Bell is good.
I prefer Del Taco to Taco Bell, but
a good Taco Bell is solid.
Taco Bell's great.
Late at night.
Taco Bell is kind of underrated, I think.
It's hated on too much.
Yeah, people are like, I don't know. I feel like it's gotten too expensive for what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is still pretty good.
Yeah, people hate on Taco Bell, but it's like, does McDonald's have a super huge line at 1 a.m. in the morning? No. Taco Bell does, though.
Yeah, that's true. The spicy jalapeno sauce is the best thing at Taco Bell. I don't know if I've had that. That sounds pretty good. I get the I don't even remember what it's called. Like the it's like a rice and bean and cheese burrito.
Oh, I don't know. I just get the Doritos tacos.
You get the Doritos tacos?
I'm like, this is good.
It's on the quesadillas. Okay. See, I have to always order a quesadilla without the sauce when I go there because my 3-year-old does not want the spicy sauce on her quesadilla. She just wants the cheese.
Can we get a skin version of the God Survey? That's an interesting idea. I don't know how we would do that because that's like way more characters than we did with that, but that's an interesting idea. I'll think on it. I'll ruminate on it. That's my vocabulary of the day. Ruminate.
Ruminate's a good word.
Yeah.
Got a weird bug with Nemesis. Her ninja skin doesn't appear. Yeah, that should be fixed now-ish, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully it should be rolling out. I think when I just looked before the show started, I think they were having some issues deploying the service, so I think it should hopefully be out within like later today.
I thought of something that might be fun to look at.
Someone's talking about Slavic gods.
Slavic gods.
Don't we have Slavic gods?
Not in SMITE 2 yet, because there's Chernobog and Baba Yaga.
Oh, yeah, those are the Slavic ones. Yeah. One day.
Yeah. We've talked about our next handful of gods, and then once we get through that list, we'll share more about what's coming. How's Neja's win rate so far? Maybe a little bit underpowered on the base kit. We don't really have data on aspects that just came out, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can pull this up, because I had fun doing this data project. I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if people,
yeah.
I don't know if people will be happy with me sharing this, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah, God leaderboards.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I'm just like, that would be fun to talk about.
It was cool to see. I was like, oh.
What was the most popular skin in SMITE 1? I'm 99% sure it was the Loki, like, cyber tech one.
That was the most popular.
I think it was the most owned
SMITE
skin in SMITE 1. I'm 99% sure.
Did we give it away for free?
No, we didn't give it away for free, but it had been around for a really long time. It was one of our first really good skins, and I think it was relatively cheap. So it's just like, because it was around so long, a lot of people ended up acquiring it. But it had a high equip rate too, because people liked it.
I really like that.
Infiltrator Loki. Oh. It's been out since September of 2013, so 13 years ago. Yeah.
I really like that one knee skin where we turned it into a mouse. That was a really cool skin concept. I wish I had done better.
Yeah, I like that one too. That one I was like really excited for it. The other one that I loved that just did very poorly and nobody bought was the I think it was called Spunky Mechanic Bologna. I forget exactly what the final name for it was.
I think I
where she was like a space mechanic. And she had like a backwards baseball hat on, and I loved it. I thought that was a great skin, but nobody else did. Where is my? Okay, so, you like the Biohacker Collie skin. Well, you and 2 other people did. That skin also did not do well, unfortunately. So I saw Weekend had a tweet the other day.
As he does.
Where he was like, I want to do like a like a series of videos where I'm looking at like the best players in the world at different gods, but we don't have that information in Smite, like in Smite 2, because we don't have god leaderboards, versus in Smite 1 we had god leaderboards again. And I was just like, I bet you I could figure out how to get to that data.
I have access to this knowledge.
Access to this knowledge, and I could start playing around with it and learn something about how our databases all link together, which...
hopefully without crashing the databases.
Man, let me tell you, to try and actually put a real player name associated with match data, quite difficult.
Yeah.
But we did it. So...
without further ado.
I have the... For ranked, I have the 10 best players on each god. And I'm not going to go through the whole list because that'd be way too much.
It's a lot. We have a lot of gods, and that's a lot of players.
The thing that I thought was most interesting was we have, how many gods here? Like 75 gods or something like that?
Dude, we have 75 already.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the one player is in the top 10 for 17 gods.
Oh.
One player is in the top 10 for 16 gods, and 2 players are in the top 10 for 14 gods. So there are a few people that are on the top 10 for a lot of gods. So I'm just going to share that tab for right now because I think that's kind of maybe vaguely interesting to people. But the people are guessing Snatty. Snatty is a good guess. He is part of this list. But Sap7 is on the top 10 for 17 different gods, and he's number 1 for 14 gods. Or sorry, for 4 gods. He's number 1 for 4 different gods. And I just thought that this graph was kind of interesting. Like,
we have like
it's like,
a small population.
There's this like group right here who are just like maybe a tier above. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just interesting data of players that are really strong performers in the game right now. So, so yeah, it's a fun data set. I can go through god by god. This is ranked conquest only. I've pulled data for other modes as well, but this is the ranked conquest data set. So I thought it was a kind of fun piece of knowledge. Have we added how many games they played total? Yeah, so the way that the math actually works, I'll show you just like the beginning of it here. But basically it's like, this is like for Achilles, let's just, it's how many matches did you play? How many did you win? What was your win rate? And then what is your average MMR? I guess this is actually SR over the time period. This looks back 90 days. And then multiplies it out to be like, okay, let's weight your win rate by your MMR. There might be a better way of doing this formula, but this was the way that I did it to, just get some interesting, fun data.
It's like Pon says, there's always a way to manipulate the data.
Always a way to manipulate the data. Yeah. So anyway, it's just a fun way of looking at some data. So
who's the top Jormungandr player?
Top Jormungandr player.
Let me see. Who is it?
Let's see. Jormungandr.
Who's out here playing?
Chakuwubba is...
Dude, that's a perfect name.
You had to have played 10 games on the god to qualify. And the fact that he won 9 of the 10, I think it's just like really good win rate with a slightly lower ranked MMR.
Yeah.
Put him as the top on this chart.
I like it.
So the camera's blocking it. Sorry. Here, let me turn on the cameras. There you go.
Yeah, no one needs to see us.
Yeah, who's the best? So we've got all these questions now. Morrigan. The Morrigan. No. Maybe it's just the Morrigan one word. There you go. Dardes, Paul.
Oh,
top 2.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, who's abusing Merlin? I'm not going to do every god here, but this is kind of fun. Gumayusi.
Here's what you do, Ak. You start at the top, just do a nice scroll.
Oh.
A slow scroll down.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so people are like, why is Mytharia not on the Morrigan list? So I will say the one negative of this formula is it doesn't necessarily weight like
how many
if
games
I have
you
played 200 games on this god and I win 65%, right? Like maybe that's better than somebody who's played 10 games and won 9 of the 10, right? Because it's less variance. So this isn't like the absolute best. Yeah, there are some wild names out here. I'm sorry. This is a fun. I didn't filter this data at all. I wasn't initially planning on showing it to people, but I thought it was kind of an interesting way of looking at stuff. But yeah, so I think that's it does potentially underrate people who play gods a lot. Although I will show you here. I'm going to go back to me for a second so I don't spoil anything. I did also do this for Arena, and because I'm just going to show one thing from the Arena list because this is I found it.
This is
wild.
your moment, Arena Mains. Who's on the top?
Here, I just want to zoom in on here. We're just gonna look at the Aphrodite list. And Aphrodite. I need to have a conversation with some of you Aphrodite mains. This is the last 90 days. This is not
Oh, is this that one you were telling me about?
Yeah. Our number one Arena Aphrodite has played 426 Arena Aphrodite games over the last 90 days. And our number 3 has played 775 Arena Aphrodite games over the last 90 days. That's just a lot of games of Aphrodite in Arena. That's all I'm saying.
Aphrodite inspires fans, man.
I'm very impressed by the dedication. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was funny. Playing in bigger groups and whatnot, a lot of the time. So anyway, fun stuff. And I just think it's fun to get to this data. I showed this to Jithens, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I could do something with this and put it on my website." And I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, sure, take it." Do you guys have a favorite pantheon that SMITE specifically introduced to you that you knew nothing about, but you now really love? It's hard for me because I'm a big mythology person already before I came, so like I knew about most of the pantheons.
Yeah, I would say like specific gods more so. Yeah. Like Ratatoskr is like a god that I had not really heard about before came in SMITE, and I was like, oh, that's such an interesting character,
I think Oleron was a really cool
Oleron's a cool
time. Like that was our first introduction to the Yerubin one, I believe.
Item store bug in console is for example, in Jotun's, and you open the store again, you're in another item. We have looked at that. I believe that should be fixed for the next major update. That it's a bug that only happens when you're on centered store, and it changes what item you have selected. So that should be fixed for the next major update.
Any update on the API release? I know for the API, I don't think we're specifically comfortable really like giving it out to the public at broad, just because there's a lot of fail states we still need to like put in as limiting factors. But I know we've been experimenting around with it, of like giving it out to select people as like, we trust you, we know who you are, and we know how to find you.
Yeah,
if you do bad things. So hopefully maybe one day, but I think for now it's still slowly moving.
Yeah, we're trying to get to a place where we can offer it to more people, but we just don't have a lot of safeguards on it. So you have to be a really trusted actor or somebody that we can come after if you do something wrong. So, can we please get the ability to claim roles in the Godlike lobby that we could for SMITE 1 for non-conquest game modes? Yeah, that's something I would like to have. It's probably not our next thing that's going to come to the game by any means, but I agree. When you're playing Arena, it was nice to be able to say, like, I'm going to play tank, or I'm going to play, whatever. So I agree that was a nice thing to have. We know how to find you is only mildly terrifying. Well, it's like if you're what am I trying to say? If you are just a random person on the internet that we don't know your real name.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of things you can do to hide from us.
Yeah.
If you're an ambassador who we've specifically given access to, we know where you live. We know where you live. We have you in our contacts.
Are we finally getting text to chat for console? Not until we go through full certification. So that'll be sometime in the distant future.
Yeah, way distant future probably.
Because we would just have to not update the game for probably a month while we go through certification.
Oh, probably maybe even longer.
Yeah, it depends.
To be honest, like it's to get through like full certification is a very meaty process that it would take us a while to get through that, and we just can't patch while we're doing it.
Is there anything new or different in the tech for hitbox interactions for abilities like Sylvanas Pull or Ninja Sash that would make them easier to hit than in SMITE 1? Just my experience, but it seems like they're hitting at a higher rate than ever.
I mean, we have added tech for, not specifically for Sylvanas Pull or Ninja Sash, but like we've added tech for like stuff like Don Zabeo's like rocket projectile, where we give it a smaller wield collision but a larger player hitbox collision. It's possible we've adjusted the stats and poll for Sylvanas to be easier.
Yeah.
But I don't know of anything we've specifically done to them to make them easier.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad thing if they feel easier to hit.
There's a Sylvanas ranked player named Grover who doesn't miss. Bro is insane. That's actually one of my Smurf accounts. No, I'm just kidding.
One of Alex's many Smurf accounts.
Who's your favorite god from Smite 1 that's not in Smite 2 yet?
Ooh. That's a good...
It's tough.
There's
a lot of good ones still, right?
Yeah, problem is I got remember who's actually not in Smite 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a lot of the ones that I loved have gone into the game.
Yeah.
Probably possibly because I have a play in making them, but
I don't know if this is the answer I would give tomorrow, but the one that's coming to my mind right now is Chang'e.
yeah.
I just like the kind of dancing through the battlefield, and like it just feels fun to play with her as you.
I got one. Scotty and Calder would be mine.
Yeah, Scotty and Calder. Yeah,
they're my. I love Scotty and Calder.
Yeah.
I played them a lot in Conquest.
No Kronos is crazy from Killgoon. Yeah, I don't know. Just right now, the answer that came to my mind was Chang'e. I might say Kronos in the future. I might say something else. Thoughts on nerfing jungle sustain and making jungle camps do more damage? We have changes coming in the next update, so stay tuned.
They're cooking.
We're working on some stuff right now.
What's our least favorite skins? What skins are we released that we hate?
I don't know. I don't know if there's any skins that I absolutely just like hate. I think Solar Sentinel Raw is just kind of bad. Right?
Yeah, there's ones that I feel like are just bad.
Yeah.
There was like one where it's like Baby Vimana skin, like where he was just like he looked horrific.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird looking one.
Some of them have not aged the best.
Bonbon says Baba Beans because that's the skin that's forever stuck on as the loading screen in Smite 1.
And we will never
Brutal.
patch
we'll
it because it's so much effort to patch.
Yeah, brutal. Yeah, that was one of those things where it's like if we would have known, we would not have made that the loading screen for the last ever patch.
It's so fitting though. It's so fitting.
Camazot's pterodactyl skin is a waste. Yeah, people really hate the voice pack on that one. Have you heard that skin?
This is the one where he's shrieking.
Yeah. It doesn't actually like say
it's like that
in
the monkey one for Baijin. Where he's just,
But at least he says a couple lines in that one, doesn't he?
No, he's just all ape.
Really?
He's all ape.
Oh, yeah, that's not great. I love the way that we did it for the kaiju Sobek skin, where like the news anchor is like the kaiju's attacking the city or whatever. Like I love it. I thought that's great.
That's really
Some people
cool,
really didn't like it and they didn't get it. They didn't understand where the voice was coming from.
They just can't understand our comedy.
There are secret ways to understand the screeches. Wow, you got to be really
you gotta be
dedicated. Yeah. There's been discussion before regarding a god that would be controlled by two players. How would you go about creating tech for something like that?
Oh, being controlled by two players.
So like
it's doable. We would have to just decouple the character from being like specifically player controlled by one. So really it would be like two players control like two brains, and those brains send messages to the character.
Okay.
To like control them and have them do actions. But it'd be a challenge. I think we've talked about it in the past of like how we could theoretically do it, of like one person controls the movement, the other controls like abilities or something like that. But I don't think it would ever really work for a game like Smite.
Yeah, it'd be hard. We did I don't know why it's popped in my head. We did a charity stream one time for Paladins, where we played two-headed Paladins, where one person was the keyboard and one person was the mouse, and it was a very fun experience because like you're trying to work with somebody that's controlling movement while you're aiming, and
you're like,
or
stop
vice versa.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel trying to aim my emoji autos at people, and they keep juking them.
Will we ever get a way to DM people? Yeah, I would love to have like out-of-game chat. I think that's something that there is value for.
Yeah.
It is one of those things that only has value on PC. Even once we add, like, even if we add like text chat to console people just aren't going to engage with it very much.
It's a very niche thing for a very niche set.
And we also see that most people like organize themselves in Discord and whatnot these days. But I think it is helpful for getting the community to be able to like find games with each other and whatnot. It's something I'd like to do, but it's just, not my top priority.
How often do you play ranked, Alex?
I never play ranked. I don't play ranked in any game. Yeah. I'm not a ranked grinder. I know that like some people are like that makes you uncredible and you shouldn't be allowed to work on the game since you're not a ranked grinder. I'm like, I'm not a ranked guy.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I don't know, it's too much stress for me. Like, I feel like my anxiety levels just ratchet up when I know that I'm playing ranked, and I feel like I'm going to let my team down because they're expecting me to be a better person.
That's your first mistake. You just gotta look at it like casuals.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't like separate myself from the like. I'm like, these people are playing this because they want to be competitive and like they want to be the best, and I can't let them down. And I'm just like, I don't know. I get in my own head about it too much.
Yeah. I played it a little bit. I got to silver. There was one time though that Alex, Chaos, Lammy, and Shane affects us. It was right when we released like the five like ranked parties.
Yeah,
they K'd me so hard.
Nice.
I got all the way up to like gold 1, and I was like, yes, this is the pinnacle of my success.
How come my wandering market experience for coins went from 3,000 to 15,000? I came back after a couple months. It's kind of hard to catch up on the travelers after I bought them all. So the first 80 levels on the track are 3,000, and then after that it goes up to 15,000. It's just the way that the experience works. If you've made it through 80 levels, that's pretty fast. There is also boosted coin rate that you get for getting for buying markets. So yeah, but that's why it works that way.
Nevertime asked, can we release a God survey for acceptability for changes on God's base kits, because some gods are in dire needs of changes? I don't think we would ever do this. Like, personally, I think we have tried to gather that information before, and it has always proven to just be unreliable to put it nicely. I think for when it comes down to whether or not gods will get like dire kit changes to their base, it really is at our discretion as the development team of whether or not we will do that and whether we feel the god needs it. Like, we've done it on some characters before. Like, you saw Nejar got his entire quick time event changed because we felt the past version just didn't work for the character. So, like, no, there'll never be a god survey for that, but it is something that we evaluate ourselves internally. And I think we've found a route where I think we're more comfortable making changes when we need to. Mm-hmm. Like, I think at the start, it was more, we had to prove to the community that, hey, we know how to port these characters. We know how to maintain them from, like, what they were in Smite 1. And now that we're getting into more of the weeds of the oddballs, I will say, I think we feel more comfortable doing some more bigger things.
Mm-hmm. I wrote down the issue that you mentioned about controller players not being able to trade gods and then interact with aspect toggle. We'll take a look at that. Thank you for mentioning that. I had another one that I was going to mention, but I have now lost
Have we looked into the bone explosion death effects causing frame drops? I want to say we did do some performance tracing on it, and we didn't see any issues, but we can take a second look and just double check.
Please do something about the toxic teammates every game. 70 surrenders and leavers every game, or VGS spamming of U-Rock. So we do have a list of things that we're planning to do relatively soon here that should hopefully address some of the surrendering and leaving and abandoning matches that people see. That we agree that that's a major issue. I also had a crazy idea for anti-toxicity this morning.
Is it just letting people tip to ban people?
No, I like that idea. But basically, like, if this is my idea, you tell me if you like this or not.
Yeah.
Chat can tell me if they like this or not too, but I think it's fun. If people are being mean, they're not being nice people. They're being toxic.
They're being jerks.
That we could flag them to be on a...
Oh, the Shadow Realm.
So I have a slightly different pitch.
It's different pitch than the Shadow Realm?
This is a monitored chat, which I'm calling good boy chat. And basically you'd be like, okay, I was a bad person, so I'm on 5 games of good boy chat. And if all of your chat is run through a filter, And if we detect that you're trying to say anything bad, then we put AI to good use to rewrite that to be more positive. So like instead of being like I don't know, like you suck, it'd be like you're an outstanding gentleman, you know. Or instead of being like you know, being like just completely like rage, you know, vomit. It could be like you know, I'm a baby rager. Please ignore me or something.
We do that one thing they did in Silicon Valley where like GoFoil basically gave an AI bot to Dinesh and just had him talk to that. We put them all in a little realm where they just talk to AI bots.
Yeah. Anyway, that's I think that like there is something there, but that is my amusing. Apparently Overwatch does this. That's funny. I didn't know. Independent ideas. Wonder if it makes more sense to do Twitch drop skins for the new gods the week they come out to generate more hype. I suppose we could, but I don't know. We're just kind of on a cadence. We're going through them. We do have the Newt Twitch drop skin going live tomorrow, so start watching Twitch tomorrow sometime.
Yeah,
the Twitch
watch
drops,
that Twitch.
and you'll be able to get the Newt skin starting next week.
Yeah, I think we're releasing Twitch drop skins at a really nice rate. I don't think we want to change it too much. When are we getting Hell and Hera? Not for months. No, I'm sorry. Dark Lunatics.
The Awilish and Neja remodels have been really good, but they're not something that was necessarily asked for a lot. Do you plan on doing more remodels in the future? I would say where we think that there is a need or a good opportunity to do a remodel, then we will. I think that Neja's actual model, if you looked at it, just was very, very old and dated before. And our team felt like it was a good area for improvement, you know, because it was just so old and antiquated.
Yeah.
And kind of the same thing for Awilish. I know that they aren't like the ones that the community was most necessarily focused on, but if you actually looked at like the quality of the art and how they would have looked if we just brought them over, you know, close to as is into SMITE 2, I think people would have been like, oh, this doesn't look very good. So.
Yeah, I mean, also usually it just stems from passion. Like the art team usually comes to us and like they're like, hey, we want to remodel this character, and like when they want to do something, you let the art team cook.
Yep.
On showing match time is inside the friends list. Probably not anytime soon.
Yeah. It's part of the future us thing.
Yeah. I think that was a feature, but yeah, I don't think that's not going to come, I think, anytime soon.
Yeah. That reminds me too. I don't know if Handyman followed up, but expanding the friends list.
Yeah.
We got to look at too.
Would you guys ever be able to bring back the old classic Artemis model as a skin for SMITE 2? This is the thing that came up all the time in SMITE 1. Every time we remodeled a character, people would want the old classic one. Probably not. I don't think. Like, it's just it starts to open that can of worms at a certain point with like bringing them back. It's tricky. It also depends on if we even have access to the models and like how bad it is in UE3, because some of them they do not port over well, and that's why they get a bit of touching up.
What frame rate would we be achieving on PS5 if we weren't capped at 60 frames per second? I believe it's more than 60, but less than 120. And
we're somewhere in that margin.
Yes. So that's the problem, is that like until you can run like 120 like steady, most TVs don't like changing frame rates. So there are some that, you know, some of the new OLEDs are like dynamic frame rate, but most TVs want it to be a steady either, you know, 30, 60 or 120. So we don't have, we can't quite get to a steady 120 yet, but maybe eventually we will one day.
Yeah.
We can hope.
I don't know off the top of my head. Can we get a celebration cuckoo? I mean,
celebration.
Yeah.
I like that one. Has there ever been a concept for a character that has an actual shield they can hold up with some kind of stamina or mana drain mechanic for using it? Well, Nike had a shield.
Yeah, Nike's the closest thing.
It didn't have a stamina or mana drain part of it. It was just a timer that it was on.
Yeah, it was a projectile blocking shield. Yeah. We initially wanted to do reflection with it, but that was in SMITE 1. not even remotely close to a possibility. It's a lot of work to do projectile reflection.
We did a really cool effect in Paladins on Atlas. He had a shield, projectile shield, that when the projectiles hit the shield, we removed their collision. We killed them, but we kept the visual, and then we slowed it down so it looked like they were like getting caught in time. Like, it was a really cool visual effect that they had, but didn't actually do anything. Please explain the logic behind the nerf for Kinsblade. Well, Kinsblade did also just get buffed again, so we had over-nerfed it to be certain, but I think that we saw Kinsblade and Soul Reaver as being too good. Basically, if items are so strong that they completely negate a playstyle by themselves versus being a potential option that you can build into to deal with it in some way, then it's probably too good. And what we saw instantly was once we toned down Kins and Soul Reaver, that then max health was just so good, right? So we had to make a few further changes to make it a little bit stronger and to bring down the max health on a few items. But yeah, it was just basically like they were too good, and they were shaping the whole meta around it, right? Sometimes we have items that are just too good, and you have to build it, or else you're not going to be successful. Please bring back Stormseeker. My life is yours. That was a fun item from the later days of Smite.
What was Stormseeker?
Stormseeker, I think, was one where you got infinite stacks for additional attack speed, if I recall correctly.
Oh.
It was fun. It was we put in like 4 or 5 items at the same time, and I get them all kind of confused because they all had like temp names for a while. Stormseeker. Yeah, so when you hit an enemy god with a basic attack, you gain permanent attacking attack speed buff. Each stack grants 0.25 attack speed for a max of 999 stacks. So not infinite, but pretty stack.
Snufflebox asks if a character with charged autos that you hold to do more damage, but click to do less powerful ones would work.
We did this once again in Paladins on Atlas. Speaking of a god,
everything comes back around to Atlas and Paladins.
And what we found in that game, at least, was that it was very confusing to people. Even when we put a lot of information into and a lot of feedback into like what was happening with the gun, because basically on his gun you could like click it for like a shotgun type blast, or you could charge it up for more of like a single shot longer distance. And I thought it was very fun to play, but he just never was very popular because I think it was too much for most people to really
it would be technically possible in Smite 2.
Yeah.
But like implementation wise, I feel like those abilities really work best in games where it's like you can get distance and you have time to think. Smite is so fast paced in the combat that like you typically just want to get stuff off fast.
What are our opinions on stacking items? We haven't gotten one in a while. I think stacking items are good. I think they give you like a great little dopamine every time you get little stackies. I like seeing my numbies go up.
Everyone does.
But I think I don't think it's that we've intentionally ignored them. I think there's a lot of fun stacking items for Smite 1 that we could consider revisiting. I think there's a lot of other fun ideas we could do.
Yeah, I think the inherent problem with stacking items too that you just have to be careful about is like everyone loves the idea of gaining stuff infinitely, but then there's always the balance problem of like as saying threshold, it becomes unbalanceable.
Yes. Yes.
So I think you just have to be careful with the ones you add.
Official in-game guides for beginners. So we had a complete knowledge wisdom tab, I forget what we called it, in Smite 1 that had a ton of in-game guides about how to play the game and how to play specific gods and yada, yada, yada. We put a ton of work into it. Pom put a lot of work into this thing. A
lot of work.
And we had click tracking in Smite 1, so we could tell like how many people actually went there, how much time people spent looking at different screens. Nobody used this. New players did not look at it. Existing players definitely didn't look at it. It was kind of a big waste of Pawn's valuable time. What we find is that when people want to learn how to play a MOBA, they're going to watch videos on YouTube. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, and even if we show you something in game, you're not going to trust it as being like the right way to do it. You want to see what
Yeah, I think the problem is like MOBAs, especially Smite 2, just changes so constantly with the meta. It's like you're better off. We're better off empowering the creators to direct people to them to get the knowledge than trying to have us maintain it and then not be able to. Like that's why we put in the new auto buy system where you can have community builds in the game.
So I'm going to address two things here. We hid it behind two different menus, so it was hard to find for new players. We put it in a very obscure place after it wasn't doing anything in a more obvious place. We had it in a more obvious place, and then we moved it because it wasn't doing anything and it was a waste of valuable real estate. And then, so it definitely became a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point, but it was already not doing anything. Secondly, there was the guides weren't very good most of the time. The guides were good at the beginning when nobody looked at them, and then it was like, well, it's not really worth putting in the time to update these if nobody's looking at them. So maybe we should just turn the section off sooner. But that was why it ended up in that place.
Yeah.
Are we pausing the content creator program? I submitted an application in October. I've not heard back.
Is that different from the ambassador program?
I honestly don't know where those applications are going right now. So that's a great question. It's possible that those are going to an email that nobody is looking at. So
you might have just saved the.
You might have just saved the content creator program. Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, I think in terms of the ambassador program, that's definitely still in full swing. I think we have locked down who the ambassadors are going to be.
Yeah, I believe that they've been emailed. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I think if you haven't gotten an email from Hindu, I think you'll have to try again next time. But
how funny would it be if we then rejected this guy? That's a funny chat comment. Yeah, I honestly don't remember much about this program, but
I never remember.
Basically,
anything.
it's like we send out codes to people that are part of the content creator program, and there's a Discord forum. I just don't know where the applications are going right now.
There are a lot of things that kind of got lost in the shuffle at times.
Yeah, I just realized last week that we haven't sent an email in like months. So we're going to start sending emails again. Yeah. Look forward to getting emails from SMITE too when there's new content.
Can we put a disclaimer saying that quick play is bots? No, probably not. Like we don't. It doesn't tend to do much good. Like the players who know they're gonna be like that these are bots are like, it's fine. You know they're bots. Like you'll get past it when you get out of the new player experience. But for like the new players who are really like fresh players that don't understand much about or who just aren't even exposed to a lot of video games, like it feels really good for them to beat on some bots.
Yeah, like in your thing, you said, I had some buds play it, and they stomped just to be really annoyed when they faced off against real people. Yeah, so if we did it differently, they would just have been annoyed playing real people, and they would not have had a good first impression of playing versus bots. And if you say that people have to play against bots, like if you make it really, really obvious, then people are like, this game sucks. I don't want to play against bots. I'm good enough to play against real people. But then as soon as they do play against real people, then they get destroyed and they hate the game. Yeah. So it's kind of a necessary evil, we think, for a game that's got as much of a learning curve and as complicated as ours. Like, I mean, there are games, I don't know if you all know this, but like Marvel Rivals, in their normal queue, regular queue that you play with real people.
Yeah, they'll throw bots in.
And if you lose a game, you will very frequently get a game against a full team of bots because they want you to get a win and feel better about yourself, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite fills a lot of their lobbies with bots that are easy for you to kill because they want you to get kills and feel good about yourself. Like this
is the same thing with Realm Royale too. Like we throw bots in.
Oh yeah,
they're great. They're a great tool for people.
And the like the super hardcore Realm Royale players were always like these lobbies would be so much better with no bots. But like adding bots was the best thing we ever did for players.
Then it's like okay,
the
cool.
Game, right?
There's not many people in.
Yeah. How's the Bial doing so far? Are we planning on doing it again? Yeah, it's been doing really well. I think we feel quite good about it. We are planning on doing it again. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get another one together with the saga. We're thinking that like we might do a kind of a smaller Bial that doesn't have a saga attached for a cheaper price, obviously, before the next saga Bial, just because there's going to be some downtime. And if people want to buy all the things at a slight discount, it might be a better way to do it. But yeah, it's generally, I think it's been going well. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce this, but XPNX asks
Panda. X-Panda. X.
Oh, is that what it is?
So.
X-Panda?
That's what I would say.
Okay. Mr. Panda asked me, how hard would it be to code in surround sound audio for pings? And the answer is it wouldn't be too hard. It would just be moving them out of the UI sounds into spatial audio sounds that we place in-game in world. The problem with that is, like, pings are very important. You don't want pings to be in spatial audio where it's like, all right, cool, where is this in the world and how far away is it from me? Like, you want to just know, like, hey, someone pinged. So, like, It could be something we do as a second day thing if we wanted to for like the people who are close by to the ping.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we would typically leave that in the UI, but it wouldn't be terribly hard to do.
Is there an update on the future edition of Quick Play Conquest? It's one of those things that'll come eventually. We feel like we need to have the bots playing Conquest much better before we really have that as a new player mode. It's been more work to get those bots good than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the problem with bots for a game like Smite with a MOBA aspect is, especially in a live like PvP scenario, is they're very, very complicated to do. It's a very hard problem to solve, and like you really need like a whole team just dedicated to those bots to get them up to like an area where they decent. And that's just like very hard to do. And like I think for quick play, the bots that we have right now are just not up to that level where we would be comfortable putting them in. And it probably won't come anytime soon. But I think Joust and Arena solve it well enough for the people that we will want to go. And there's still bot Conquest games that you can play against.
They get stuck quite a lot, but there are bot Conquest games.
They might get confused. Be nice to them. Yeah. Be nice to the bots. Yeah, they're trying their best.
Little bots.
They're trying their best.
Yeah. Have we thought about raising what you get from Twitch streams from being 50 water market coins to something bigger? I mean, we see the Twitch stream drops, like kind of the always on background drops, as like a nice bonus versus like a core driver, because unlike most games, like we always have Twitch drops on. Like there's never a week where we don't have Twitch drops on.
Yeah.
So we could not do Twitch drops all the time and then do bigger drops, less frequently.
It goes to the same point though of like that we have with the God schedule of like, do you want weekly things that you can get, or do you want one big thing and then a bunch of dead air in between? And
we are doing the a free Twitch drop skin every 4 weeks or so. So we will have one starting tomorrow. You'll be able to get your Solstice Sky Newt, something like that. I forget exactly what this.
Yeah, the Solstice Newt one. Broker Lower asks, thoughts on clones being too confusing for teammates. Example is I'm a Yamoja healing a Donza clone by accident. It's never an accident to heal a Donza clone. They need the health and they appreciate you for healing them. But on a serious note, like I know we have talked, I've talked with design about like ways we can improve it so that the God decoys are less decoyous to your own teammates. Mm-hmm. And like I think some of the ideas we've had of like maybe changing their health bars so that they use the minion health bar instead of the full God one for you specifically and your teammates. But it's not something like we've tried yet or like are going to do. But it is something that we've talked about.
I see Lovato is in chat. So I will quickly mention to Lovato, you are the fourth best Athena in Arena, according to my metric. You have played 632 Arena Athena games over the past 90 days and won 627 of them, which is pretty crazy. So good job. You're also the number 9 RTO up here. So anyway, just saw you in chat, so mention it.
Oh, I just remembered. For OB29, the people who have been messaging me about Donzabeo's taunt is making me go wild. That should be fixed in OB29.
Yeah.
I found it. Yes. Turns out it didn't like the fact that the jug was not a character. And it was like, you're not a real person. I don't need to respect you.
So it was like taunting you through it?
Yeah, it was like, I don't need to be separated from this. You're not a real person.
Yeah. Do we think that the dopamine or satisfaction from kills can be improved in Smite 2? I think possibly, but I think that I think we've done a lot to make it feel better already.
Yeah.
I think that at this point, it's more trying to figure out what the next thing would be. Like I think that the kill markers on your crosshair have helped a lot. I think that the sound effects have gotten a lot better around it. I think that there's always more we can do, but I don't have a clear like area for improvement.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
It's already 2:00.
Look at that.
Which means it's time for one more question. You made me do it alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm really bad at this. Like, I'm not on here enough to know.
But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Log in, get your 2X worshipers all weekend long for Valentine's Day. Play more games.
Say hello to your significant other if you have them, though. Yeah. I know you want to play your Smite games, but maybe like give them a cookie, and then go right back to those Smite games because you can't be pulled away. You got that Forever Alone or Always Together.
Always Together, yeah. And then we also have Ninja Aspect just went live. We have the Valentine's art contest at SMITE Prime, which you can submit art for through the end of the day. Somebody was asking one specific thing, so I will look for this here. This person says that they are a one-trick Cupid, and they wanted to know if they were at the top of the Cupid ranked leaderboards.
It's gonna be tough when you're.
It's
If
harder when you're a one-trick, especially in ranked, because like your win rate is going to be better, generally speaking, with fewer games. But this is the Cupid ranked leaderboard based on my metrics. So again, harder for the people, especially in ranked, that just play a ton of a single god. But yeah, anyway. And I should pick, will these leaderboards be public? Maybe eventually. This was just a fun, quick data project for me. And I think that it would be cool to have a way to get these, on a website or in-game ideally. But there's just so many UI priorities for in-game that it's like, we need to get something like this eventually, but when is eventually? But I think Jithan said he was going to look at maybe doing something like this on SMITE Prime. So we'll see. You have a 70% win rate with 130 games. Wow. That's I don't know why you didn't climb to the top of this here. I'm sorry.
Can we get Saga skins to transform in game? I think those we was aiming for like the true tier 5 skins, like tier 5 Ares, like all the tier 5 Cthulhu's and stuff. Like Sagas are in the Saga skins and the tier 5 skins are in two different camps. Yeah. And I don't think we want to cross that because we want tier 5s to mean something.
Yeah, they should mean something. And like tier 5s are more expensive than Saga skins are. Yeah. Like we intentionally charge a little bit less for Saga skins. We know that they're not quite as cool as tier 5s, but we think that they're pretty cool, and they're, for what we can accomplish right now, I think they're pretty sweet. Yeah. So last question for the day: steak fries or curly fries?
Oh, I like them steak fries.
You like the steak fries?
I like the steak fries.
I like the curly fries.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, chat.
Have it here.
Thank you so much. We'll be back on Wednesday. No show on Monday because it's President's Day.
It's holidays everywhere.
It's holidays everywhere, and it would probably just be me by myself not being fun. So we'll be back on Wednesday with a banger of a show, going through all the new stuff coming in the update. See Morgan Le Fay.
Will we get Clumsy to dress up as Morgan Le Fay? Tune in next time to find out.
I don't know about that one. But thanks, everybody, for watching.
Maybe I'll make him a paper crown.
I like that. Just go to the Burger King. And we will see you on the battleground of the gods. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.